Hey, how'd this get on video? What is going on? Welcome to my life. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I want to go shopping. So it's 2:54 now. I'm done showering and about to get put on my face and get dressed so that we can actually get out to the mall. Pardon the sirens. This is normal New York City, Brooklyn. You know, a lot of noise, a lot of traffic. There's always something going on, and yeah. So there will be a lot of those interruptions coming from New York's finest. So yeah, just about to do my makeup, guys, and then I'll be getting dressed. Aaron is actually in the process of getting ready, and then we're gonna head out to the Rico Park area of Queens to do some shopping. We're gonna hit up the mall, and then we're gonna go to, I guess it's semi a mall also. It's Junction Boulevard, so it's not actually a mall, but it's a shopping center. So we're gonna do those two things. Maybe try to run some additional errands potentially for the house if we have time. You know, it's Sunday, everything closes early out here. The one day of the week that, you know, stores are not open until 9 p.m. at night, and most people tend to wind down, I think, pretty early. So yeah, I'm about to start my makeup, and then we'll be ready to hit the road. The natural sun glare when you gotta be like, it feels good out here. Like, it feels good. It's humid, but like, it's because it's not. Whoa, Tonto.
Pay attention, baby.
Thank you. Hurry, it's hot. Oh my god, I'm dying. It's so warm in here. You sweating already.
It's hot. I'm trying to tell you.
You and me. So this is the finished makeup look in natural lights, and yeah, I think I did a good job. Yay! We should take some pictures. It is hot out here. So I wonder what time it's supposed to rain, because it's actually quite nice. I hope it doesn't start raining as soon as we get on the road. Oh. This is not ideal menstrual weather. Need to be in the house. He's so cute. I tell him that every day.
Yeah, I'm cute or whatever. Trying to get on your level though.
Can't be cuter than a girl in a relationship, babe. We can't be together.
I was trying to be cuter.
We
I
can't
said I'm
be.
just trying to get on your level.
Can't do that, right? We don't need no guys like that think they cuter than you. I mean, they could be cute, but just no.
Listen, if I wasn't trying to be on your level, I'd look homeless.
That's ridiculous. I guess he's in a rush. So I'm gonna try not to have road rage today. I have passenger road rage. It drives me nuts when people do ridiculous things when they're driving, especially when they're reckless. And that happens about 99.9% of the time here in New York, right? So I do have regular driver road rage, but I think it's worse when I'm a passenger. Like, I try to overtake the horn and he gets so mad when I do that. But it's just, why can't we drive civilized? Why can't we all just be civil on the roads when there's over 9 million of us here in the city? You can only go but so fast. There's a red light at every corner. So it's like, yeah, where you rushing to?
Rushing to the red light.
Doesn't make any sense. It gets very aggravating. And in the summertime, like in the spring and summer, when it gets really, really warm like this, people's patience is probably next to zero. So it actually gets worse in the warmer weather. But yeah, this is the story of any New York life, any driver in New York. And you know, driving puts a lot of stress on you. Commuting puts a lot of stress on you here. Like the average commute can be anywhere from, I would say, even, you know, maybe 30, sometimes an hour and a half. Like places that it takes me to get to in like 30 minutes on a normal day, or when it's not, like when it's normal traffic on the road, it can reasonably take me an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to. And imagine having to do that, or, you know, like going to and from work. And I actually drive, like, for my job. So, you know, we do have like a public transportation system here, but I actually drive for my job, and I do a lot of driving. So, you know, if I'm going to, I would say the furthest part of where I need to go to actually get to work, it could reasonably take me about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. That same commute coming home is like 2 hours. So that's very aggravating when you have to work, you know, 6, 7, 8 hour day, and then add 3 hours of commuting time. So I've essentially spent 9 hours, you know, anywhere from 9 to 12 hours working, inclusive of travel time. And for a lot of people in New York, that's actually what your workday ends up being, because if you drive, you're spending about nearly half as much time as you work commuting. That is ridiculous.
I concur.
He's so silly. So yes, the aggravation, you know, the upset, the lack of patience, that's all very well understood. However, when it comes down to safety comes first. So, you know, it doesn't help you if you're in a rush and then you get into an accident, right? Because New York City cops, they don't like to actually fill out accident reports. And it's illegal in New York to leave the scene of an accident without getting an accident report. So they will actually take minimally 2 hours. And, you know, God forbid anything more serious is going on and you're not like dangerously injured, you know, which is the hope if God forbid that happens, and there's something else going on that they consider an emergency, that wait can definitely be extended by, you know, maybe another hour or two. So all of that rushing for, you know, you to, God forbid, have an accident like these two individuals right here. And now you are in a rush to save about 3 minutes, and you're on the side of the road waiting for 2 or 3 hours to get an accident report. So not only are you not getting to where you were trying to get to in a hurry, but now you're just stuck and your day is shot. So yeah, not worth it. We're on the highway. We are on the highway. Gotta see all the greenery in the background. New York, definitely. New York City. I'm not gonna say New York because there are a lot of beautiful places in New York. When you go upstate, air is definitely a lot cleaner, grass is a lot greener, and definitely gives you the countryside suburbia feels. But even though this might look semi like scenic here and pleasing to the eye, New York City, we really lack nice greenery. They do try to keep the sides of the roads kept, but I've seen better. Babe, you're sweating.
Oh, I know.
Hashtag state the obvious.
It's hot. It's like a sauna.
So I swear he is like cold-blooded on the inside, because at 50 degrees he's ready to drop all his clothes and he's comfortable.
Let my shins free.
I am freezing all the time unless it's like 85 or above. Let me see. He's sweating. He's hot. He's hot. He's blazing. You have tissue?
Nope.
You want tissue? He don't want to mess up his makeup or whatever. Boy, bye.
You just got a pat, right? That's how you did.
He's making fun of me. Like, he's patting his face to him. That's how you do it. You don't pat your makeup, babe. Pat your weave. Not your makeup. I will say we do get really nice summers here. Humid as heck, but we do get really nice, like when the weather is really nice, we get beautiful days, very bright, you know, definitely make you want to be outside, and they last a long time. Oh, you gotta love it. But likewise, we get some crappy ass winters, and the days get very, very short. What the hell are you doing? I completely missed that. Well, I don't know. I guess when I'll watch it, when, you know. Welcome to my life. Life with Aaron. That's what we should call this channel, right? Life with Aaron. There is always a moment of positivity because I have to figure out what the hell is going on. What exactly just happened? That happens at least once a day. So we get some really shitty winters. It gets extremely like blistering cold. We have torrential snowfall, if that's a thing. I feel like that's only like coined with rain. That's why they call them blizzards, I suppose. And then yeah, we get like 6 hours of daylight, you know? And we spend our winters in the dark. Literally. Not as bad as Alaska. No, definitely not as bad as Alaska. But it gets a little depressing here because I like sun. And when you're following our summers and you kind of have to go into like those really dark periods that are just ridiculously cold, you definitely, it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on you. So you guys can see, whoa, Mike, I'm gonna need you to slow down. You're not driving a car. And again, this is the story of the life of a New Yorker and the drivers that, like, I would say thank God New York drivers are predictable, because you know their next move almost always, unlike some places, i.e. New Jersey, shade, no shade, but shade, because they are definitely reckless and they drive at such high speeds, and then you just get this person that miraculously like jumps in front of you and you're like, holy shit, I had no idea he was gonna jump over here. No blinker, not even an inch to the line, you know, to let you know that, hey, I'm about to jump over. Here, you see it, you know, they inch over, they get on the line. You just kind of know. The rule of thumb is, if this lane is slowing down, I'm going to get in the lane that's moving. And that shit doesn't make any sense to me, because if one lane is slowing down, it is very likely that all the rest of them are too. So it's like, where the hell are you going, sir? But Mike is driving the tow truck and he almost hit us. So it's like, hey Mike, pump your brakes, okay? Like, you out here driving, like you driving a car, a sedan. You are driving a tow truck, my man. Can't be out here whipping the tow truck. What time is Ava's party again?
I should know because I made the invitations, but I have to look.
Yep.
I have to take a look. It's in a book.
Can always count on you, babe. He's awesome. I was just like, it didn't just pop into my mind, but I've been like, do I? Because you know I don't want to take a day off. Mm-hmm. But I'm just like, what time is it? Maybe I can bamboozle the system a little bit. Or I may end up having to work that Sunday. That sucks. You think they'll like end up needing help with stuff?
Possibly. Possibly, definitely.
You know why that probably, well, it's not that not necessarily, because I'm working the 3rd. So it's not like I'm taking 2 Saturdays off. It would just be like 1 Saturday and then next off day. June is such a hectic month. There is like so much happening in June. Oh, remind me this week to get the tickets for the Cider Fest. There's a lot happening in June, you know, aside from the best day of the year. But
what day might that be?
Yeah. I have a work trip that is happening. We're going on vacation, and then his niece's first birthday is actually in June. We're also trying to go to a hard cider fest. I was actually going to travel all the way up to, I can't remember the name of the place, but it was like somewhere all the way upstate, where it was like an hour and a half away, because I was like, I just wanted to go to this like hard cider fest. And then they actually ended up having one in Brooklyn. So the one that they're having in Brooklyn is on the 9th, and I was like, oh, I really want to go to this. Take the day off. And he took the day off, so
yep,
we are gonna go to the cider fest. So I just have to get the tickets. I'm very excited about that. But then of course, you know, there's like Father's Day. I'm gonna have some like work hoopla going on for like Father's Day, so I'm sure there'll be some stuff that we'll be doing around that. And of course, like I said, the best day of the year, my birthday, falls in that month. So, and I have a couple of like work commitments too, just regularly here in New York. So there's a lot happening in June already, and June is not even here. How about that?
How about them apples?
I'm already doing July planning. So there's some things that are actually slated to happen in July. That I'm looking forward to. So hopefully those things actually get off the ground. But we'll talk about that in June, once we get more stuff finalized. Babe, be careful, babe.
I know.
He does things that drive me crazy when he's driving. And I'm like, I've never been a scary driver, but someone hit me about, when did that happen? It was like almost 2 years ago. You know, I was in the lane, didn't do anything wrong, and he was in a turning lane and just decided to dart out of nowhere and plow right into the side of my car. So I've been a little panicky just over like unnecessary like reckless driving or, you know, aggressiveness. Since then, like, I've never been a scary driver, but you know, when you have an accident, even if it's not your fault, it definitely takes a toll on you, and it makes you think about the things that you actually do when you're driving, and makes you think a lot about the things that other people do when they're driving. So it's actually very it's even worse, I guess, to me when you're the passenger, because you can't actually control what the driver is doing. So, you know, I feel safer obviously when I drive, and that's because I know, like, I can drive. I know I'm a defensive driver, and I can control what's happening in my car. And, you know, when I see stuff that you know, like, is either unsafe or people just doing like ridiculously stupid things, I can, you know, put myself in a situation to move away from that. But when somebody else is driving, it's like I like panic. I like start reaching for the what is this little thing up here?
That's the oh shit handle.
The oh shit handle. That's what we'll call it, the oh shit handle, because I'd be like, oh shit.
That's yeah.
Every single time. Every
Gotta grab it.
Every single.
Oh shit!
Shut up. Like, every single time I grab it, or I'll start like reaching for the door. Like, he actually has like door handle down here, and I'll start reaching for like the door handle. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, babe, and he's like, I know, babe, I got it, babe. It's just like, and he gets so annoyed with me, but I can't help it. I'll be wanting to grab the steering wheel. I think I've actually reached out to do that like a few times, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like beeping the horn, like, it drives me crazy. So, you know, like I said, I'm not really a scary driver. You know, there are certain things, you know, I don't believe in when it comes down to driving. Like, if I know somebody has like driving habits that I really don't trust as much, you know, I definitely am wide awake, alert in the car. There's no way I'm going to sleep in the car with you. We are not taking long, extensive road trips together where you have to drive for extended miles and I have to rely on your driving to get some rest. You know, those kinds of things I will stay away from. I will, you know, I trust him enough to fall asleep in the car with him. But when I'm awake and I see things, I just be like all over the place. So it drives him nuts, but yeah, I don't care. Safety comes first. Yeah, stunner. So yeah, that's just a little share about, you know, us and our driving stories, and the oh shit handle that I like to reach for when I feel like I don't know what's about to happen, but I really can't control the situation. As if this shit is gonna save me. God forbid anything happens. It'll be me and the handle outside the car.
You have a strong arm though.
So, yeah. But we're here. We're at the mall. So we're actually gonna go in and do a little shopping. Let's get this shopping party started. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so we made it home. We went and got some food after we stopped at the mall, and now, yeah, it's time to eat. It is very, very late. I usually don't eat this late, but we were trying to rush like through the mall a little bit because the mall closed early today, and we got there a little after, I think 5, maybe like 5:30 or so, and wanted to make sure we got to the stores that we wanted to go to. So we ended up leaving the mall at about like 8:15, which was after they closed. Mall was in Queens. We went downtown Brooklyn to grab some food, and now we're in the house. We're about to eat. Got some yummy Spanish food from a restaurant that I like that's down there called Yayo's. Giving them a little bit of promotion, but I've been eating here for some time, We got some empanadas. Their food is bomb and it's inexpensive. So yeah, I used to go there at least once a week when I used to work downtown Brooklyn. We typically have this for takeout probably like twice a month. So Bay has some beef stew. I don't eat red meat, so no kisses for him after he eats that. And I got me some baked chicken with some arroz con gandules with stewed chicken gravy, potatoes and carrots. Like, I love the stewed chicken gravy on my rice. So, because it has like all the chicken flavoring, but I like the potatoes and carrots too with it. So it's actually like really good. Their food is like so bomb. Yayo's here. About to bust this down and then we're gonna relax for the rest of the night. We're both off tomorrow, and yeah, that means I don't have to wake up early and we can enjoy each other's company. So it was a good day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.